I was born ready. Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel Concanto.com23. I'm your financial coach, Luisa Libese, and with me here is my colleague and partner, Anthony Odhiambo. So, Anthony, feel free, the virtual floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. Today we have an interesting topic to discuss: the power of time and the importance of working hard in our personal finances. As we know that, when a baby is born, then after a few time, like some years, you find that that baby is already at the teenager. And after some times, without blinking your eyes, is already an adult. So the time rush very, very fast. That's why I'm saying that today we are going to look at the power of time and the importance of working hard in our personal finances.
That's very right, Anthony. I actually like today's discussion. And we often hear this saying, actually, there's this saying that goes, when the bird is alive, it feeds on ants. But when the bird is dead, the ants eat the bird. And we realize that this is a very powerful metaphor that highlights the significance of time and how it can impact our financial well-being. And we all know that time is money, and we all need to utilize every minute, because every minute in our lives really counts. So when time passes, when you're just there seated, it can never come back.
That's true, Luisa. And that's why we say that time.
What do you think, Anthony?
Yeah, that's why we say, what I was saying is that's why we say that you cannot compensate time. So time has a tremendous influence on our lives, including our personal finances. So let's dive deeper into this and explore why it is crucial to work hard in managing our money.
Wow. As we all know that time is a powerful force that can bring about unexpected changes in our financial circumstances. Just like the bird that goes from being a predator to becoming the prey, our financial situations can change drastically if we don't take control of them. What does this mean? It means that time is of the essence. And if you don't utilize your time very well, actually, time is what determines what your life will be like in your finances. If you just sleep, nobody will even care. If you don't count every second of your time and make use of it to get money to move. Actually, let me say move, because I really love using the word move, because motion is what we need in life for us to make change in our lives. And when motion takes place, know that time is ticking. The clock is always ticking. So I don't know what you really think about that.
That's right. It is essential to understand.
Anthony.
It's essential to understand that time can either work for us or against us. By working hard in our personal finances, we can harness the power of time to our advantage. And that's why when you try to look at an individual who starts saving at 30, then when he's at his 50s, he's already having all the resources and everything that he can travel the world. That's why sometimes I remember in the other discussion, Luisa, you are talking about couples, or because when you use a lot of money in making the wedding that is so much, and that money is not even from your pocket, maybe you took it as a loan, and at the end, when now you start living together, you struggle for 20 years to pay the debt. And at the end, you find that when other couple at their 50s, now they are like traveling the world, they're doing all the funny things that they could do at their age when they're resting, then you remain there with regret.
That's true. Just to add on that point, I always refer to it because Michelle Obama talks about it in The Light We Carry, whereby you find most of us teenagers, we want to compete. And we want to compete in the sense that we want to compete in marriage. You find that when you see your friend, or not only teenagers, even the youth, or a lot of people, you realize you want to compete. If your friend has a fancy wedding, you also want a fancier wedding. And you don't realize that you spend a lot of money wanting very big weddings instead of looking forward to your kids having a stable life, having a happy family with no financial stresses. So you find that people end up just living miserably because they want to please people in their weddings instead of looking forward to beautiful anniversaries, to happy families, to beautiful homes, and stability in their homes. So that is what I always talk about. And don't forget, all this comes from working hard. And what does working hard means? It means you actively take charge of your financial journey. And this involves budgeting, saving, and investing wisely. It also means you have to stay informed and make smart financial decisions. You just don't make irrational decisions. You don't just be the type of people whereby even if you are in a family, you want to put leisure in front. That's why we say you have to budget, you have to learn how to save, you have to invest, because once you save, we all have the emergencies in school fees, emergencies in medicals. Emergencies are always there, left, right, and center. So we have to learn how to plan, to budget, and do, or let me use this word, make smart financial decisions. Yeah, Anthony.
Yeah, but then what you're talking about, Luisa, is a great topic that we need to discuss just right away from our home to our community. When we talk about managing our personal finances, is a continuous and proactive effort. We should strive to create a strong financial foundation that can weather any storm that may come our way. Because you understand that you just talked about issues to do with emergency that are everywhere and they will come at any times without knocking. So that's why we need to make sure that issue to do with managing our personal finances is a continuous and proactive effort. It's not something that you discuss only today, but you can discuss tomorrow, the next week, and every time that you are together. Anytime you get your salary from the wages that you get, then you sit down and you work hard in terms of having a deeper thinking together, so that at the end, any storm that comes, it makes you people strong because you know where you're going to run to get the money. You're not going to get from the loan or get from the debt.
That's true. Actually, that's very true. And you realize that, have you ever asked yourselves or asked ourselves why the rich people are always on their toes? Because they want to get more money. Ask a rich man, what do you want? They'll tell you, I want to get more. I want more money. So how do they get more money? Because they're always working hard. They're always up early. And you'll realize that they say, let the sleeping dog lie. And when you lie, you'll find that people have moved. People are moving. And the Bible also says that let the lazy people should not do what, should not eat. So if you can't work hard, where do you expect to get the money? How do you expect to come up with a proper financial decision when you don't even have the money? So it's best when you just work hard in your personal finance and prepare for the unexpected emergencies, just as I had said previously, and save for the long-term goals and enjoy a comfortable life. We all want a comfortable life. We all want a peaceful life. We all want our kids to go to beautiful schools. We want them to be in beautiful homes. We want them to have beautiful environments and surroundings. I was making this joke with a friend of mine. There are some places in Nairobi you can't allow your kid to just stay there because the place, my friend, it's not even suitable. It's not good. And you find that those environments, they start influencing kids right from a young age. They start copying behaviors from other people. Whereas you'll find some people, their kids are staying in a very intact place. Just like I visited a place in Kiambu. It was really nice. And I was telling my friend Nelly that, Nelly, you know, people are out here competing on fashion while people are competing, or people are working hard to give their children a very comfortable, suitable life. While here we want to change fashion, we are looking at the materialistic things instead of looking at the future. Because the future is really bright. And I was like, I also want my kids to have this life because there's no noise. You won't hear matatu in that place, you see. So I think, Anthony, you have something to add on that.
Yeah, what you're talking about is very true. Because you know, when you are taught when you're still young how to differentiate between the asset and liability, it's a very important thing when you start teaching the child, so that the child will understand that I better buy this thing that is going to give me money other than buying this other thing that will take away money from me. So I was listening to one of the Nigerian comedian, and he was being interviewed. It was like a comedy. And this interviewer was asking him, what do you need in life? And this man could respond back, money. And this guy could again ask this person, I mean, where do you want to go in life in terms of your profession and career? And then he could still say money. And then said, put the money aside. And then when he said, put the money aside, and he asked you, what do you want to be in life? And the same guy was saying, I want to be where that money that you put aside is. So what I mean is, you know, when you're still young, we need to be equipped with all this knowledge that we know that we need also to work on knowing how to have a great spending of our money at the exact time when we are still young, so that when we grow old, we will be comfortable at that time. I'm not saying that money is everything, but if you can look at it in a great way, you will understand that 80% of your problem, I can say even 90% of your problem, if you don't have money, you cannot solve it. You'll need money. And that will also, even if you're a Christian, it can tempt you to do some things that are wrong. So if you know how to look at how to get your passive income, or how the salary that you get, or that small money that you have, how you can use it in a great way, then you'll be in a right path. So time is too valuable to be wasted when it comes to our finances. So let's take control and work hard to secure our financial well-being.
You know, that's funny because I was just thinking, there's a friend of mine who was saying, so he was defining, and he says, money is good. You know, he's like, money is good, my friend, money is good. He says, so when you ask him, why is money good? He's like, if money was not good, why you wouldn't be complaining? You know, if you had it, you just go and get it because money is good. And then he goes ahead and says, do you know that money determines how you age? If you have money, you will age so well. If you have no money, you just be very old and miserable. So it's just so funny. So it's just good when you use your time wisely, because you'll find that some people have just aged with frustrations, nothing, no investments, they don't know where to start, no land, they have nothing. So you'll find that you'll start getting wrinkles early. You're just there getting old and lonely and frustrated. Then you start frustrating your kids to start buying new land, to start doing things for you when they have their own life to look at. So it's just so funny. I think it's best if we just utilize our time and we just make the right financial decisions, invest. Because as for me, when I think of that, never put all your hopes in your kids, because my brother always says, what if your daughter, if you have a daughter, what if your daughter gets married to someone who does not allow her to even send you a cent? Or if your son gets a wife who is very like, why did you send this money to your parents? So it's just best if you don't say, I'm taking my kids to school so that they can build me, so that they can buy me land, so that they can get me a house. No, as a parent, you have to work hard for yourself and build a name for your kids. And it would be even good, just like we always say with you, Anthony, that we want our kids to maintain their family names even if they get married. Our daughters, they don't want to change because they're like, let me just keep my surname. Instead, let the husband change their names if possible. Okay, so as I conclude the metaphor, like the metaphor of this metaphor of the bird and the ant, it reminds us of the power of time and its impact on our personal finances. So let's keep in mind everything that we have just discussed, and you will find that you'll have a stress-free life. And it's best if you start now to think about your retirement, because some of us, or most of us, we have already wasted time. So it's best if we start covering up that time. It's never too late. Anthony?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's never too late. I was just laughing when you were talking about that money determines how we age. I was
True.
working with someone, when I was saying, this politician in Kenya, Raila, Raila was like, he was going, you see this, can I say like a pulpit or something? I don't know the really name to give it, like this place where people go to talk, right? And then he was like walking on those stairs, and he goes there and he started walking. And he's now 79 years, I think 80. And when I was looking at our president here, Biden was also walking, and like he's 80 and he's walking, and sometimes when I look at them reasoning and thinking, and then I compare them with a certain old person who is frustrated with life, who is in poverty, is lonely, they are totally different at the age of 78. So it's something that we need to work very hard in managing our personal finances. And by this, we can navigate through the changing circumstances and ensure a stable and prosperous future. Yeah, I was also saying the president of South Africa was like dancing, and he's at his 79 too. He was dancing and he goes down and come up. And I was looking at, I think money is something good. Like, he has everything. So we have to make sure that we work so hard in managing our personal finances. And as I said, that we have to navigate through the changing circumstances and ensure a stable and prosperous future. Thank you, Luisa.
Just to add on that, money, as you age, people are wondering, why is money important? Because when you age, and you have your own money, you can buy a balanced diet for
That's true.
yourself, to maintain yourself, the vitamins, and you can do everything. You have your own car to move around, you see. So those are some of the things we should just look up to. Let me continue this. Just, we have to remember that time can be a friend or a foe. So let's make it our ally by putting in the effort to the hard work in our personal finances. What does this mean? That time can be a friend or your enemy. Time can really be your enemy, because if you let time be your enemy, you will end up a bitter and miserable person in life. And if you make time your friend, you will make your money and you'll be a happy and stress-free person. Just as simple as that. Just like we've said, do you want to age bitter or happy? The choice is ours. You want to age a bitter person or you want to age a happy person with happy kids, happy family. And I remember when we were saying with my colleague here that we want to age in a way that we want to only meet our kids on Christmas and we enjoy. You don't have to start frustrating your kids. Can you bring my grandchildren over? I'm lonely here. Just because you don't have anything to do. Well, you know you can age if you have your money and you can visit places and enjoy life. You know, that's just simple. As simple as that. So age happily or age bitterly. Just simple. The choices is ours and the time is now.
Yeah, that's good. This was a very great conversation. And that's all for us today, my people. We hope you found this discussion very insightful and motivating. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more valuable content. Remember that when you follow us, we're going to have this deeper discussion that many people they fear to discuss. You know, many families, they fear to discuss about money. Because, you know, when you start talking about money and then maybe you might at the end tell maybe your wife about some money that you've kept somewhere. You know, some people, they keep on hiding some things that they don't want to associate it as a family. So at the end, you see, even when they pass on, you find that now it starts having the legal matters in court and other things. And even the wives also, they don't want to bring it on board because they're thinking about another makeup that they need also to buy. When they bring it in the table, maybe the husband will say, no, we don't need to waste money on that. But when we have a free discussion in the table, it's good because we will budget our money well. And at the end, you know, we will have those fun activities that we want to have. We will also buy our asset. We'll put value in buying asset and investment and saving in terms of emergency. So every time, you know, you get happily even when you get your salary, you get your wages. So you don't have those stresses that at the end will make you to age in a bitter way. Anyway, thank you very much, Luisa.
Sure. Thank you, Anthony. Just to add on that and conclude, you know, it's not only for aging. You find that a lot of families, even the siblings, they have rivalry. While you find that you all have the time, one is already making their life and you are there wasting time, frustrating people. And then when the time comes, when your sister, your brother has made it, now you start feeling jealous and envy while you are the one who was wasting time. So I think it's just best if we all utilize our time wisely. Once again, thank you everyone who has taken their time to listen to this, everyone who has joined us in this discussion. Just don't forget that we have our webinar on 30th of July this month, and we have a guest speaker, that's Sheila Mboga, where we'll be talking about financial goals. And I hope you all feel free to join because it's a free session. And again, I want to remind you that we have the book that was written by Anthony Odhiambo, My Pocket Friend Abroad. I always say that if you don't have a copy, you better grab your copy because you don't want to age bitter. You have to read and get some knowledge on how you can set your goals, how you can plan your future, and you can have a peaceful future, a happy future at the end of it. And also we have another book that is coming. And this is very important. Don't forget to enroll your kids for these classes because you don't want your kid to age a bitter person. So the time is now and the ball is in your court. And right now we have free classes. So if you can grab this opportunity and enroll for these classes, the better. The earlier, the better. Time is of the essence. I just want to remind each one of you again, time, as we've just talked about the power of time in today's topic. Also, feel free to like our page on Instagram at Concanto23. Go and subscribe to our YouTube channel at concanto.com23. And finally, you can email us at concanto@gmail.com. gmail.com. I think, Anthony, you have something to add on this. And thank you everyone for joining us. And until next time, just keep working hard, staying financially empowered, and embrace the power of time. Remember, you want to age happy, or do you want to age bitter? Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye. Ciao.
Thank you.
Thank you.